Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.
I don't know. Anything I say, you're just gonna like get mad at, and you're just gonna hang up on me. So I feel like
I'm not gonna hang up on you. Here's what it is.
what? What does that even mean?
Nothing, Gabby. You want to be a dick to me now, so.
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
Oh, Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm gonna fucking choke the shit out of you when I see you. Thank you.
Okay. Well, I don't.
You know what?
Well, I don't want to be choked.
Yes, you do.
Wow, guys, make sure you like, subscribe to the channel, man. A new phone call and leaked. Jane Doe linked the phone call, and she got Shannon Sharpe by his chin on this one. She basically got him saying that he'd choke her, and I think she recorded this pre-stage. OG, what you think about this, OG?
Man, there you go again with white America and their manipulation. This clear lady it's called in court. It's called malice aforethought, and she knew she was recording. When you record somebody and they don't know it, it's inadmissible. And she baited him into saying that he would choke her. Most white people like to be choked. They like bestiality. They like getting choked, beat me, hit me. That's what they do. And we fall into that trap. I told you before, you should never say anything that you can't on the phone that you can't say in court. Shannon Sharpe fell victim. He's a victim here. He's saying, she says, don't manipulate me. He like, man, it's you claim you never did it to a woman. You know, you're such a angel. But dudes that told, bitch, I'll choke you out, I'll beat you, I'll shoot you. That's conversation. That didn't mean anything. He never did. If he had a choked her out, where is the evidence?
OG, everybody ain't running around here talking about choking a broad out, man. That ain't just happening all the time. Now I agree, when you younger, you might have these conversations, but just to be a choking, especially on a white girl, heck no. No. I think OG, he basically it's something that it may be a tit for tat game they play. Now I have seen people where they have these relationships where they can't function in a relationship unless there's turmoil or drama. So it's a back and forth thing, a cat and mouse thing, where people manipulate each other and then they get into confrontation. Then they go back and make makeup sex, makeup love. This is a lot of time what's going on in these relationships that I see when they start talking like this.
So, they use the word trigger now. So in your life, a woman has never triggered you and you said something that you didn't mean.
Well, one time a woman stabbed me in my arm and I... No.
I'm not talking about stab. I said, has a woman ever said something to you in your life and you said something offensive back? But
of course, that's an argument. That's an argument.
That's an argument. So when she said, I don't want to be manipulated, that was a trigger. And he said, in defense of himself, I will choke you out when I see you. Don't mean I'm going to ever see you.
Well, OG, these folks was in some type of a relationship, and now their business is spilling out into the streets.
It was never a relationship. She was an operative aimed to get him. This was her manipulation. This white woman, as they do all black applicants, these dumb, these misinformed black men always trying to deal with Becky with the good hair and thinking that they got a trophy, and they get caught up in this stuff. This woman had an ulterior motive from the moment he got naked.
So OG, will this be? You say this won't be admissible in court because it was pre-staged recording?
In a criminal court, it would not be. Not in
civil court.
In a civil case, they could make the case of the Puerto Rico. So what she's doing is setting a stage in the court of public opinion. He said he would choke me. He's choked me before. Well, you said I don't want to be manipulated. Well, somebody should have hung up the phone before all this had got. He's a dummy for, but. Like you said before, this has been going on. This is a role play, and she's always played the victim, and he's played the big bad wolf. That's what the hell they do. It wasn't nothing malicious about what he said.
OG, when you choking a woman out on these, it was different when you choked out back in 1970 and you was able to go and get a carton of milk and come back and y'all made up. But in these days and time,
wait a minute. I don't know nothing about choking nobody.
Wait a minute. I'm just saying. I'm talking about going back to the old days compared to the new days. And I'm not saying that you done it, but if somebody had done it and they was choking somebody out, and then you come up to the then you come up in today's time where you know all of these recordings going on, where you know you got a show like Club Shay Shay, where you know you've been in the NFL. What would make you say things like this when you know you already know the consequences of it in the climate we're in?
Because he had said before, and she knew he would say it, and that's why she recorded it. She had this pre-planned. Like I told you, this is malice aforethought. This is criminal. I was set up. And he can make the case that he was set up, and he was the one being manipulated. It wasn't her. He was being, I was abused for 2 years.
Well, OG, she's claiming he assaulted her and all kind of stuff, and you know already he's worth a lot of money. So, do you think it was wise for him not to just pay her out and get her off his back?
It ain't wise. It ain't when Kobe Bryant was in Denver, Colorado, and went up in that white woman from the back. He was set up. And we fall for it every time. I've seen it over and over again with athletes dealing with these clear people that ain't worth a dime, and you just you be egged on by your peers. Man, yeah, you need to get at her. You need to do this. You need to do that, and it don't work out well for you. I say I have a philosophy that it may not be popular to everybody, but I say this, and I have to contend with it. Nappy heads make for happy beds.
OG, I think if he's having issues and doing role plays in the midst of this climate we're in today, he need to get him some help. If you on the phone doing all this with somebody, you don't think, he needs some help for even getting involved in some mess like this on the level he's on, man. This guy is 50-some years old, and I'm gonna be real with you. There's no reason for him to be on no phone at the level he's at and dealing with no woman and letting her even be able to record him. I wouldn't say nothing on the phone like you told me, except I'm willing to say it in court. And I'm telling you now, when you talk to somebody flagrant like this on the phone, you know, and I know there's a chance that it's being recorded, if not by her, somebody else that's in a higher authority. And so I feel like he made a crucial mistake in this, and he shouldn't have been even on the phone with that foolishness.
He made a mistake, but it's not his fault.
Yeah, well, you can paint it however you want to paint it. But if he was my partner like you, my partner, I'd call him, tell him, nigga, what is you doing, man? You work for all this money. You just did a Cat Williams interview, millions of dollars being made. People trying to give you $100 million now, and you on the phone with a whatever this Jane Doe is, white, black, or whoever, 22 years old, 21, 22 years old. What is you doing, man? What the heck is you doing? That's what I would tell him as a friend. Because a real friend gonna tell you the truth, whether you want to hear it or not. And a lot of times that's what you need to hear. And you don't have to choose to talk to me no more or not. But he should know better than this at the stage and the age he is and been through all the stuff he done been to. And I don't want to be too hard on Shannon because I like the guy. But this here was a stupid, idiotic mistake.
Well, you know he's not the brightest tool in the shed with a club with a podcast called Club Shay Shay. That sounds kind of suspicious.
Oh, gee, I'm not going there with you, but I do know he's a very talented brother that is one of them guys that we esteem as a big figure in it when it comes to our community and our culture. And we gonna hold him accountable. We expect more from him because no, we gonna hold him as far as in my sight on what I think he should be. Now whether she win or not, I have nothing to do with that. But
I need black people need to stand.
No. I stand with him, but he needs to be held accountable. I'm gonna tell. If I was his partner, I'd tell him the truth. For being recorded on phones and saying over. If this is him allegedly, I will hold my partner accountable because that's what a real friend would do. And if I had did something like this at the age I am in the financial situation I'm in, I would want you to call me and say, man, what the hell is you doing on that phone? I would want you to tell me that.
We said that, but because he fell into the cesspool, we gonna just let him drown?
No. But I'm gonna pull him up.
Pull him up. All this talking about it, I don't. We're so critical of each other, but this white tramp that did this, her and this attorney Busby, they need to be tarred and feathered.
No, Buzz, I definitely don't agree with the way they're doing it and what they're doing. I'm not saying that, but as far as my brother, because he mine and he my partner or whatever, I'm gonna check him on this if I'm his partner, if you're a real partner. But most time when you get on the level he on, they have a bunch of yes men around him and they think cause he a big brother and all that you can't say nothing, and they really just trying to use him for his money and his game. So they ain't really giving him no real spiel, no real info, bro.
Well, the same way that this white woman is trying to sue for, she wasn't worth $50 million. I bet you she come out of a trailer. She don't have no royal backing. And that's the biggest problem with me about these Negroes dealing with these white women. They deal with some bum white people. You don't deal with no white people that's has prestige and graduated from Harvard. You deal with these trailer trash thinking you walking around with something that's a cesspool. I bet you if you check her body count at 21, it's over 1,000.
No, OG, I'm gonna be honest with you, and this is the way I feel. I gotta be honest with you, and I definitely gotta say this, man. If you're gonna play out here in these streets, and you're a man, then I feel like a man compliments a woman, and at the end of the day, she only gonna do what he allow her to do. If he'd have went into this thing, and held this ground as a man, he'd have pretty much changed her life. She wouldn't even be talk. She wouldn't even talk like that at all. He wouldn't. It's the way you talk to people, and the way you get talked to is what caused this. And I'm telling you right now, a real man would come in the presence of a woman, and she won't do none of that if he really don't play her and let her even deal with him like that. So I'm not buying it. I think both of them is ridiculous.
As a man, if you stand your ground, you'll be respected.
That's right.
Once you stick your organ in the cesspool and they find you ain't the hero that you thought you was, you become a victim. That's why the word came about these honeydews. They females start doing too much about you, and you become a victim. Honey, you need me to do this? Honey, you need me to do that? I know. Whatever character is, when you sleep with a woman and she sits around you too long, she starts getting your characteristics, and when you start seeing yourself in her. She takes on your whole personality and starts demeaning you.
OG, I'm not gonna put you out there, but I know already you don't trust no woman to be doing all this stuff around you. No, you don't trust them. You're a very old school guy, but ain't nothing wrong with having a solid relationship and pretty much standing on that.
So now I don't trust people?
Well, OG, all I'm just saying, you don't trust the women when it come down to them watching you. So you're not gonna let them watch you or be around you, and I get that. But at the end of the day, OG, that's not reality for everybody. People, I can guarantee you, you and Shannon need to come to the class of OG Pyru because you could help him because I think he's out here in the mix of the wolves like you talking about. So he need to come to you for counseling. You know. Let me get us off here, man.
I can do it for a lot less than 50 million.
Hey, man, get in the comments, man. Let us know what y'all think about this leaked video, audio that has come across the streams now and everybody's listening to it. Do you feel like she was wrong for recording him, or do you feel like Shannon Sharpe was wrong for reacting the way he did while being on the phone with her? Let us know in the comments what you think. Boss Talk 101 review.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk 101. Yeah, we gonna talk.